Greetings, fellow humans. Thanks for joining me again. Today I am riding with my buddy Terry, who you met in the last riding video, and we are joined by my buddy Ray. Today we are going to ride from Boise, Idaho to a little town called Melba, and we're going to stop at a bar there called Buck's. From there we're going to head out to the Marsing, Idaho, and stop at a little place called Paradise, as in a pair of dice. Paradise. It's a rad little spot we like to stop at. If you're ever in the area, you should definitely stop by and check them out. The weather today is super nice. We catch a little tiny bit of rain, but other than that, it's not windy. It's not too cold. It's not hot. Nice little chill in the air. It was a beautiful ride. So Ray's joining us today. Ray's riding an O2 Electric Glide, which is super clean. I freaking love his bike. That thing's just been extremely well taken care of and is a great looking bike. So let's see, how did I meet Ray? Well, most people know him as Professor Ray, and that's how I met him as well. In 2019, I finally listened to my buddy Jess and started doing jiu-jitsu. I looked around, looked for schools that were close by, looked for schools that had, good reviews, all of that sort of stuff. And I came across Gracie Baja, Boise. Everything looked great. Went in, took a class, met Professor Ray, and have been loving it ever since. Even though I don't go enough, long-term blue belt here, you know how it is. I'll get back. At any rate, that's how I met Ray. And a couple of years after I started going, I got both my children enrolled. And man, I couldn't be happier with what they're getting from jiu-jitsu and from Professor Ray's school. You know, where your kids spend time, those are the sort of cultures that they end up picking up. And the fact that they're going to Ray's school where everything is pretty serious and work ethic is important and character is important. The kids don't know, but that's the kind of culture they're growing up with, and I'm pretty happy about it. A little while after joining Ray's school, it became apparent that we were both riding motorcycles, so we started riding together and been having a blast ever since. And Ray's the kind of guy I like to have around me and be around. I'm pretty selective of who I'll hang out with because I want to be around people that will not allow me to behave poorly, but instead encourage me to be a better person. And that's a pretty common thing with all of the people that I spend time with. They wouldn't let me behave badly, and I wouldn't let them behave badly or act stupid or any of that sort of stuff, depending on if I get drunk, I guess. But yeah, so he's a super solid dude to hang around with. And we also get to have our little therapy sessions as we're both small business owners. That can be pretty rough. Any of you out there that are small business owners, you know what it's like. You meet another small business owner and you get to sit around and have your little therapy sessions and then encourage each other to get back to work. But yeah, man, at his school, he's there all the time. He pretty much at this point is running most of the classes. He's got a couple of people that help him out. But he puts real work and real love into his business, and I have a lot of respect for that. So, at any rate, that's my friend Ray, and yeah, you'll probably see him on more videos, and hopefully we can get some of my other buddies out. My one friend Jess is looking at, he really might be moving out here, which would be awesome. We were just talking about it the other day, and we haven't rode together in 20 years. That's how old we are. It's been 20 years since we rode motorcycles together. And then my other buddy Al, he was supposed to come with us on this trip, but he had some stuff come up and couldn't make it. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some more people in on these rides and we'll get some more videos out. And again, like last time, if you don't like how I'm putting these videos together, please feel free to give me some advice on what you think should be done. Should there be music? Should there not be music? You want more riding footage, less riding footage? Because keep in mind, I probably had 4 hours of video from this ride alone, but I don't know that anybody wants to watch that much of the ride footage. So yeah, but if you do, let me know. I can do a different edit or something like that. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.